Good morning, everyone. It's May 23rd, 2019. I'm Eric. So, in this video, I'm going to answer a question asked of me by one of my subscribers. Let me make sure I get the name right here. Yes. First last. He or she, I'm not sure what gender they are. Why do you think this summer? Why do I think this summer? um, that's where the data points all point to. You might recall last summer a lot of incredibly insane shit happened, and the previous summer, and with each summer it seems to have picked up a little more and a little more. With our grain reserves currently being used, with the trade war no end in sight, this will mean increased prices across the board. And when people can't afford food, they get angry. And it's not only going to be black people who are angry, it's going to be everyone. Now, I say this summer for many reasons. First and foremost is the push for people of color to attack white people. Now, they're not going to be able to distinguish between what white people are on their side and which ones are not. So it's going to be, a focused attack on white people. You might recall I said that Donald Trump was there to take the fall for, fucking up the economy, even though it's been fucked up for, since at least 2008. I think it began a bit before then, but we'll go with 2008. And it's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And Donald Trump got elected, and the reason why he was selected by the powers that be to win is so he would be there to take the blame for the economic collapse. And in doing so, the rest of the Republicans or conservatives will take the blame right along with him. Most of these people are white, right? Then you have already many cases of black on white violence that never gets mentioned in mainstream news, right? But at the same time, every time a person of color accuses a white person of anything, even after it's proven to be a bald-faced lie, the media encourages a whole list of actions to take against those white people. It's not that difficult to see when you add all these things together that we're probably, and I say probably, I don't know for sure, that's what it looks like to me. We're probably going to experience a very unpleasant summer, and it's not going to stop after that. It's just going to keep picking up momentum. But my main reason for saying this summer is all these things combined and with an added psychological contagion. That's all these people need to be successful. All they need is one contagion, one, to spread far and wide enough and it will rile up people of color. And I'm not only talking about black folks. I'm talking about uh, anybody who's a different race than European. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but they're already targeting children, right? There's been at least 2 instances so far, at least, where children have been targeted by people of color, and it's not even hot yet. The food shortage has barely begun. It's begun every time I go to Aldi's. Every time there's less and less shit there. I'll give you an example. Colby Jack cheese. And this is the one I'm just remembering off the top of my head. It's multiple types of cheeses, okay? All of these went from carrying, about 7 different kinds of cheeses to carrying 2. 2 types. Pepper Jack and cheddar. And it's not even just the cheeses, it's multiple products there. If the flooding continues, which the NOAA, National Oceanic Atmospheric, some shit, you know who I'm talking about, the people who analyze weather patterns and all that stuff, they claim that the flooding isn't going to stop during the summertime. We have a dam ready to break. All this bad stuff that's going to happen, will be blamed on white people. All of it. Even the stuff that we have no control over whatsoever. I mean, we are already blamed for pretty much everything under the sun. When they can point to specific victims and say, see, look what white supremacy did. It will be the beginning of that contagion that I just spoke about. I've read a few psychology books, 3 of them by Gustave Le Bon. He is the father of modern crowd or group psychology. His book, Psychology of Revolution, everything that went on during the French Revolution, and I mean everything, is going on right now, except instead of it being directed at royalty, it's going to be directed at an entire race of people. Every indicator is there. Everyone. Just like every condition to make Ebola a threat to the United States has been made. Am I wrong? Could I be wrong? Of course I can be wrong. And if I'm wrong, then I apologize. I dust my knees off and I keep going. But from what I'm seeing, this is going to be the case. And there's a lot more, but the data just isn't there yet for me to say for sure if this is going to be the time for the other stuff. But when the data is there, I will share it with you, and we must remember, by 2025, it is expected that 260 some odd million people living in the United States will no longer be there, or here. Am I wrong? Maybe, but I don't think so. I don't think I'm wrong. I think probably this is going to be that special summer. Food shortages, financial problems, all the stuff is there to make for this to make this summer to a one to remember. It's all there. So that's why I think it's this summer. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong sometimes, but I try not to be. Anyway, that's why I think it's this summer. All the conditions are met for an outbreak of violence. All the indicators and psychology of revolution are there. And the hatred is there. Now, I try to pretend like I didn't want to believe that black people actually hated us that much. Okay, I didn't want to believe that. And for the longest time, I ignored this. I did. Because I didn't want it to be true. But whatever the left is doing to rile them up and make them hate white people, it's really working. It's been working since at least, well, it started with the 1960s, right? Civil rights movement, all that. And then 1980s, popular music came out, bashing white people. That music gained momentum. Then TV shows, comedians, you name it, all started. And I think we are the intended targets for this next round of widespread and massive amounts of violence. Am I wrong? Once again, I don't know, but it looks that way to me. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. If you look and you have an honest conversation with yourself, tell me if you think I'm wrong. Till next time, kill the state, live free.